Welcome to the AESL podcast, the podcast made just for you, the American English learner. Whether you're a beginner finding your voice or an advanced learner polishing your skills, this is your space to listen, learn, and grow. Each episode, we explore the sounds, words, grammar, culture, and conversations that make American English come alive so you can speak with confidence in school, at work, and in everyday life. Together, we're going to make American English feel natural, clear, and within your reach. So grab your notebook, open your ears, and get ready to level up your English. This is the AESL podcast. Let's learn together. Pronunciation and the American English sound system. Key vocabulary. Phoneme. The smallest unit of sound in a language that distinguishes one word from another. The difference between bit and bat lies in a single phoneme, the vowel sound in the middle. Minimal pair. Two words that differ by only one phoneme used in pronunciation practice to sharpen phonemic discrimination. Practicing minimal pairs like ship and sheep helps learners distinguish between short and long vowel sounds. Intonation. The rise and fall of pitch across a sentence, which in English conveys meaning, emotion, and grammatical structure. In American English, rising intonation at the end of a sentence typically signals a yes/no question or uncertainty. Connected speech. The natural patterns of linked, reduced, and modified sounds that occur when fluent speakers talk at normal speed. The phrase "did you" often sounds like "did ya" in connected speech, which can be confusing for learners expecting to hear each word clearly. Intelligibility. The degree to which a speaker's pronunciation allows listeners to understand the intended message. The goal of pronunciation instruction should be intelligibility, not the elimination of an accent. Feature article. Pronunciation is often the most emotionally charged dimension of language learning. An accent that differs from the dominant local variety can attract unwanted attention, prompt people to speak more slowly or redirect conversations, and trigger biases, conscious and unconscious, that affect how speakers are evaluated in job interviews, academic settings, and everyday social interactions. For many adult English learners, the desire to sound American is tied not merely to linguistic goals but to a deep longing for acceptance and belonging. It is important to begin any discussion of English pronunciation with a foundational truth: accents are not deficiencies. Every speaker of every language has an accent, including every native speaker of American English. Accents are the audible traces of our linguistic histories, and they deserve respect. The appropriate goal of pronunciation instruction is intelligibility, the ability to be understood, not the erasure of accent. American English presents distinctive phonological challenges for learners from virtually every language background. The English vowel system, with its 15 or more distinct vowel sounds, compared to the 5 vowels of Spanish or the 7 of Korean, is a frequent source of confusion. Consonant clusters, combinations of consonants that do not occur in many languages, like the strin street or the x at the end of asks, require focused practice. The infamous th sounds, as in think and as in this, have no equivalent in most of the world's languages and require learners to adopt an entirely new articulatory movement. Prosodic features, stress, rhythm, and intonation, are equally important and often more powerful than individual sound production in determining intelligibility. English is a stress-timed language, meaning that stressed syllables occur at roughly regular intervals and unstressed syllables are compressed between them. This rhythmic pattern, quite different from the syllable-timed rhythm of languages like Spanish, French, or Mandarin, is responsible for much of the music of English and for many of the connected speech phenomena, contractions, reductions, elisions, and assimilations that make fast, natural English so challenging for learners to decode. Contemporary pronunciation instruction has moved away from the drill-based approaches of the mid-20th century toward a more communicative, functional orientation. Modern practitioners use dialogues, recorded authentic speech samples, visualization tools, and technology-assisted feedback to help learners develop phonological awareness and self-monitoring skills. The emphasis is on building confidence in communication rather than achieving a mythical perfect accent. 5 practical tips. 1. Focus pronunciation practice first on sounds that most frequently impede communication for speakers of your specific native language background, rather than trying to address all differences at once. 2. Record yourself speaking English regularly and listen back critically. Most learners are surprised to discover aspects of their speech they could not hear while producing it. 3. Practice connected speech by listening to podcasts or talk radio and noticing how words blend together, then try to imitate the rhythmic patterns you hear. 4. Use the mirror to observe your mouth position when practicing difficult sounds like the American R, the TH, or the low front of vowel. 5. Embrace your accent as part of your identity while simultaneously working on the specific features that most affect intelligibility. The two goals are entirely compatible. And that's a wrap on today's episode of the AESL podcast. Thank you for spending time with us today. Every minute you listen, every word you learn, and every sentence you practice brings you one step closer to your American English goals. If today's episode helped you, please share it with a friend, a classmate, or anyone who is on their English learning journey, because learning is always better together. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new episode, and leave us a review. We love hearing from our listeners around the world. Keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and remember, fluency is not a destination. It's a journey, and you are already on your way. Until next time, this is the AESL podcast. Keep listening, keep learning, and keep growing.